Is that Wade Phillips?
Hey, we got to start the show, man.
Oh, sorry.
We got to start.
We're talking Cowboys. Hold
Hey,
on, man.
who?
Cowboys.
Okay. Travis says we have to start the show.
All right, let's do it.
After we waited on him 45 minutes, hurry up and wait kind of deal. You know how, hey, welcome to Showbiz.
Yes.
Welcome to Showbiz, Jimmy Berryhill. Hey, but today we have Coach Satterwhite. We got the special teams coordinator here in the house, Coach Rowe. And we've got the sponsors, which are, go ahead, Jimmy, I'll let you.
Chambers Creek Bar and Grill.
He's got them memorized.
I'd like to thank Kevin West and family at Chambers Creek Bar and Grill, which we are recording live from today, that you will see on recording. We've also got C1 Vet Services. I'd like to thank the camps out there at C1 Vet Services.
Thank you, camps.
If you need a veterinarian to come to your house and take care of business, please call those guys. If you get a hold of Nikki, hang up and call back until you get a hold of Dr. Camp.
Or one of Dr. Camp's valued employees.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, valued employees. Okay.
Nikki? No.
Hang up immediately. And then we've got GSTC Inc. out in Griffith Switch. A beautiful little company.
I agree.
I'd like to thank Lor out there for her sponsorship of our show. And then we've got Lone Star Pizzeria.
It's right across the street here from
Lone
Chambers
Star
Creek
Pizzeria,
Brewery.
home of the Mayor Pizza. We'd like to thank the Lynches for their sponsorship and all they do for the youth of Maypearl. And then we've got Zoll Hay Farm. Zoll Hay Farm here in Maypearl, Texas.
Way out there in the boonies.
Oh, yeah. I'd like to thank them. Smith Road.
That's right.
Smith Road. Also a popular place where dogs get dumped sometimes. I'm not condoning it, but it does happen out there.
No.
And just Zach Zoll in Geneva, we'd like to thank them for all they do. Every time the youth of this town need something, they always seem to answer the call. So we'd like to thank those guys too. But all right, Travis, if we can move along. All right, we've got Coach Satterwhite here with us, Maypearl Panther offensive coordinator, and I'd like to thank you for coming along. First off, looking forward to this week. Got a tough character in Whitney. I mean, they laid the wood to Grandview last week. You know that it's going to be a battle. From the film you've watched, what are we looking at in that Whitney as an opponent?
Yeah, well, obviously they're a really talented team, and they've been playing good football all year. And you can see that off their record and off them coming off a really good win against the Grandview team. So, for us, it's a really good challenge. We're going to step out there and we're going to get after it like we do every week. We're going to put our best on the line and we're going to lay it out there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good to hear. On the show, we don't like to talk a lot about previous weeks, and leave that in the past. I did want to bring up, like I'd mentioned earlier off the record, defensively, Lane Woodard coming through. I mean, I'm seeing him make plays. I know that's got to be a good spark and a good add there to the Panther team. And then also Colin Brooks getting loose on a few runs last week. And we know that West defense is very talented. And man, that's got to be a good sign to see our running game really coming through like we knew it probably could early on. And it's good to see Colin break through there and have some long runs.
Yeah, we've had some previous weeks where we've been able to throw the ball really successfully. We haven't been able to run the ball like we wanted to, and then we've come out the last 2 weeks and we've been able to establish a run game. So now we're looking to piece those things together and have a lot of success doing that.
Okay, and lastly, I'm going to throw this one out here. Watching the Panthers every game for the last 2 seasons. Last year we had Hunter Sword go down with a knee injury, and he's working his way back. How close is he getting to maybe being an offensive option for you guys? He's a big, strong, fast kid, athletic. Where is he in his recovery, if you could say that? How far along is he to maybe getting some carries in a backfield that's just been decimated with injuries, this season?
Yeah, you can look at, at our team overall, and we've been decimated by injuries, but
for sure,
that's no excuse. Our kids show up every week and they play extremely hard. Hunter's an extremely talented kid that's working his way back, and each week he's getting better and better. And at some point, if we need to be able to give him the ball to have some success, we can do that. We also had some guys coming out of the backfield, that rushed for 183 yards this past week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. For sure. All right.
I mean, if I had any, I guess, questions or any conversation pieces I wanted to have with you, Coach, I think it would be just how important, and I think we spoke a little bit before the broadcast about getting the running game going. I know you said we had 183 yards of rushing. Would you take 183 yards every game? How important is it to you, to your game plan and your attack? And do you look forward to having a run success in the future?
Yeah, so whether it's running or throwing, we just want to win. I mean, that's really the bottom line. Being able to run the football really helps set the offense up for success. If you can run the football, it allows you to be efficient, and it sets up the passing game. So if you can go into that game and establish a run, it makes everything else a lot easier.
Absolutely. I agree. I
Sure.
agree.
And not to mention just moving the sticks and burning time that a successful running game will allow you to do, to kind of control that clock a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, for sure.
Yep. Coach, I think I just got a couple, feel good questions. We'll just, I think we try to get a little too serious in this, take ourselves a little too serious. But I think the people really don't know too much about Coach Satterwhite. So, Coach Satterwhite, I'd like to ask you, just kind of a little bit about yourself. I mean, I know we kind of covered it a little bit as far as what your profession, again, getting also, what your professional background was and some of the sorts. But, I mean, talk about some of your favorite points regarding this team. Some of the kids that maybe necessarily aren't getting shine that you'd like to point out, and, your guys in the trenches or maybe a spare tight end, or, I'm not saying anything specific, but if you'd like to, tell the Maypearl people anything, now would be the time. I think that you're pretty well versed in what you want this football team to be as far as offensively. Talented coach here. Just want him to talk about himself a little bit.
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, just talking about the program, just speaking on our kids as a whole, you look at a team and we've had a lot of injuries. Significant injuries that have made a major impact on the field that's forcing kids to now pretty much play the entire game. And the kids have responded well, and they're battling really good, and their attitude and mindset hasn't changed. The goal is still to go in each game and have success and make the playoffs. And our staff's mindset is we got to keep rolling, and we'll have an opportunity to do what we want to do. The goals that we want to accomplish in terms of getting in the playoffs is still out in front of us. So we can still do everything that we want to accomplish, and we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, I know you talked about before the broadcast, and I hope I'm not overstepping. If I am, Travis can edit it out. But Satterwhite was just telling us before the broadcast that he wants he'd like a home right here. He lives close right now, but he'd like a home right here, smack dab in Maypearl, and the longevity of your career. I know that you kind of expressed wanting to stay here in Maypearl and watching some of these kids develop. And what is it, I guess, about Maypearl that you like, other than obviously the points that you've already made, and maybe the top 5 players that you've seen in the area all time,
Yeah. So we actually, in terms of a large part of the reason why I'm here is I want my family to grow up in a small town community. I have 3 kids. They're all under 3. My oldest is getting close to 3, so being able to have those small town values is really important to me. When you talk about players, I was a coach at Nelson University, and we were able to have Ethan Eastwood and Justin Allen and Marco Matthews on those teams. So you see the success that's coming out of Maypearl. You see the talent that's here, and I think it's an exciting place to be. And I think Nick is a really talented young coach, and one of his strengths is he does a great job. He has a great feel for the program. He does a great job building relationships with those kids, and he also does a great job hiring a good staff and letting them do their jobs, which will ultimately create value for those assistants and keep them here for the long term.
Yeah, shout out Coach D.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
And here, hate to butt in, guys, but I got to tell on Max here for a second because I've heard this man say that an offense without a fullback isn't football. Okay, and here he is with an OC on the show, buttered him up, talking about the philosophy. Because this guy hates goal line shotgun plays more than anybody, probably on the face of the earth, other than his dad.
Okay, well, look, Jimmy's going to put it out there. That's fine. If it's first and goal from the 5, I'd like to see some under center. But I am an old fat guy, right? I am, okay. I'm an old fat guy. I just, especially third and goal from the 1.5. I have been known in the broadcast to say, and we're shotgun right now. First, so is that come from an aggressive standpoint as far as Coach Satterwhite's School of Football? Yeah. Or since Jimmy's gonna try
I'm gonna throw you under the bus, dude. Every chance I get, for sure.
Yeah. If you get down there to the goal line and you have the physicality to be able to run the football, it makes things a lot easier.
See,
I do think when you are in shotgun and things like we've done with Tristan Brooks and Colin, and you're able to stay in shotgun and allow that quarterback position to run the football, you add a number in the blocking.
Okay.
So it's able to create equal numbers and give you a good chance for success.
See, that makes total sense, Jimmy.
For sure, you are sorry, dog. I tell you what, hey, this guy. Hey, stay tuned for the broadcast this Friday. This will come back up, and I'm gonna put a spotlight on it when it does. Coach Satterwhite, you talked about one of your goals, and ultimately, I would think the main goal of the season for the Panthers is making the playoffs. And I would like to let you know on the broadcast side that there's no better games to broadcast than playoff games. Those press boxes are nice.
Talk about sub sandwiches,
climate controlled, and they feed you. So I am definitely, if I wasn't otherwise, for sure pulling for a playoff berth from this team. And I think we've got the kids, and I think that we've got a group here that proved down in Troy, Texas, that they got behind 21 points in the first 5 minutes. And this team said, we're just going to keep doing what we do, and they battled all the way back. And to me, that was a statement game, and that's the type of team we're going to have. And I look forward to the rest of the season. I think playoffs are definitely a reachable goal. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Our team has a lot of fight and character. Regardless of injuries, they continue to do what they're supposed to do, and they continue to battle and fight. And we're excited what the future games hold.
All right. We appreciate you, sir. And if we want to, at this time, move to the next coach, Coach Rowe, the special teams coordinator.
Yes, sir.
Can I say,
Coach?
Oh,
yes,
I'll
sir.
get
Thank
this
you
one.
again.
Appreciate it, Coach. Thank you, sir. All right. It's going to take Coach Rowe a little time to get up here because he carries his balls in a wheelbarrow.
That's right.
Hey, this is the guy that's calling those fake punts and having success. And we've talked about it on the broadcast, Coach.
Fake punts, 35-yard field goals.
I'm telling you, man, wow.
At the 3A, 3A division, 35-yard field goals, and not 35-yard field goals where you need them.
No.
I mean, where you don't need them.
Yeah,
where you need them,
for sure.
And hey, shout out to Coach Rowe for having confidence in Schoenfeld.
For sure. That's what I was going to lead off with.
Okay,
Max,
go ahead. Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, as a special teams coordinator, how awesome is it to have a solid kicker like Schoenfeld at your disposal? I mean, the kid's automatic, it seems like, from inside the 30. Am I right?
I completely agree.
Yes, sir. I think having a kid like Schoon is just – it brings an impact to a game that a lot of people don't think about. That for him to just own up to every opportunity and every pressure. There's been many games we've asked him, like, hey, do you feel comfortable here? He gives you the same answer every time. Yes, sir, I'll do it.
Oh, yeah.
And so to have that answer and that confidence behind him that he believes in us, that means the world and goes farther than
Right,
he can.
right, and that's what Max and I talked about. It's one thing to make a field goal when you're up 27 points. It's another thing to make a field goal to get within a one possession so that you can claw and get back in the game. And he's made those kicks time and time again. So for sure. And then another one of our favorites from watching these games, old number 7, Tristan Martinez, the returner. That first week we got to talk to Coach De La Cerda, but we haven't seen you on the show yet. So, boy, the kickoff returns that kid had. They eventually had to change their game plan and start kicking away from him.
Yeah.
Good things on those special teams I like to see.
Yes, sir. I think Tristan Martinez has done a great job, and also Colby Davis and
For sure.
Tristan Brooks and those guys in the back of just being so dynamic. And, I think a lot of people forget, too, that, those kids play both ways as well.
Right.
So to get them out there on special teams, too, is a big deal for us. And I think that just shows as a program of how our kids just fight every time. Like,
Right.
they just had it could be an 8-9 play offensive drive. It could be, a long defensive drive, and they step up every time. And I think, our kids in general, they never shy away from the moment. And I think that's a big deal that they do a very great job of. It happened to us last week where they had to try to switch it up on us, but
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
so
I'm with you. Yeah, and I tell you, in this game, you do the best you can to not blame any game officials or what have you. But man, every time you broke a kickoff return or it seemed like there was a flag and it came back. I see through red lenses, so I don't see a lot of these penalties. What went on? Was it ticky tack? What was the issue there from your standpoint?
I think a lot of it comes down to some points it can be. It's at the end of the day, a penalty is everybody's opinion.
Yeah.
But I think in the same part, I think it puts on our side of it that our kids are just playing hard.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'll live with it every day if our kids just keep battling.
That's a great way to look at it.
Right.
Absolutely.
A hustle penalty.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And when I'm up there, I promise you, I can't see any. I can't even see a Maypearl Falls start from where I'm sitting at. But anyway, wanted to ask you about that.
Yes, sir.
Coach, do you think that special teams runs in the Brooks bloodline?
I think it does.
I'd be inclined to agree with you. Now, Colin, not quite the special team sensation that his legend of Big Brother.
Right. He's not special teams district player of the year.
Special teams gold.
No.
Yeah, white gold or, sterling silver.
Yeah.
He's a weapon back there.
Yes, sir.
And I would like you to kind of speak on what that does to opening the game plan up, having one of your biggest weapons, if not arguably your biggest weapon, also punting the ball.
Yeah. I think with him being able to do that, is a huge deal for us because I think he's such a threat that, other teams can't pin their ears back on us and,
Right.
try to stop us and do different things like that. He brings a dynamic where you have to respect it every week. So I think that's good. When I always feel better when the ball's in guys like his hands on any point in the game.
Do you have his big brother coming in to work with him? And
I think they do.
Yeah.
I'm sure,
Yeah.
I'm sure they get quality bonding time together.
And Panther fans, just to update you in case you don't know who we're talking about none other than Tyson Brooks. Special teams
I just
extraordinaire.
assumed that they knew who we were talking about.
Surely.
That was just me.
Surely. I mean, here we go. Should we go back to our sponsors?
Let's go back to our sponsors real quick. We can.
And before we let Coach Rowe go,
Yeah.
all right, here we go. We're going to go through our sponsors again. Folks, we'd like to thank Kevin West and family at the Chambers Creek Bar and Grill, formerly known as Chambers Creek Brewery. For those that don't know, it has changed names. We'd also like to thank Zoll Hay Farms, Zach and Geneva out at Zoll Hay Farms. Like to thank them for their sponsorship. Lore the Grinch Berry Hill out at GSTC Inc. Like to thank her for her sponsorship, as well as Lone Star Pizzeria, Lone Star Pizzeria, a favorite spot of mine, home of the mayor. Get out there and get you one. And C1 Vet Services. Like to thank Dr. Camp out at C1 Vet Services. As a proud owner of 2 English Bulldogs, I see Dr. Camp a little more than what I'd like to, but he's always there and taking care of us. We appreciate him, and that's all of our sponsor, Coach Rowe. We appreciate you stopping in with us.
Yes, sir.
Love to see that special teams unit out there.
Yes,
you
sir.
never know what's going to happen, and that's what I like about it. So thank
Yes,
you,
sir.
sir.
Thank
Before
y'all
you
for
go,
having me.
Coach, I think
Yes,
I'd like to ask, Satterwhite, you said that this is your first year playing fantasy? What's your record? Okay. Long way to go. Okay.
He
What about you?
he does have to play me this week.
What about you?
I'm 5-1.
So, Rose 5-1. You're going to 2-4 is what it sounds like.
Okay.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
man, I hope to see you around for a long time.
Yes,
really
sir.
dig your stuff.
Hey, appreciate
honestly.
it, guys.
Thank you
Appreciate
for having me.
Satterwhite, thank you very much again. Shout out Coach D for letting us have some of his staff. Travis Smith, thank you very much for Ellis County Sports Media.
Whatever you do,
Yeah.
Travis.
Yeah.
Panther Nation, we appreciate you tuning in. We got Whitney and Maypearl game this Friday. Hope you listen to the broadcast. And unless you got something else, we're just going to sign off.
Sign off.
Woohoo! Yay!